Hello everybody, this is Support PvPs and I will be trying to describe how to win in City Trial using each of the 17 machines. Each one of them has a unique playstyle, so I'll start with the more interesting machines first, and then I'll end with the more straightforward machines later on. Let's begin. Every player will start off with a compact star, and it's recommended that you jump off at the beginning of the game just to see what other vehicles are around, so that maybe you want to transfer over to another vehicle. I would recommend learning this trick, where you try to grab the star pole at the very beginning of the game without having any stats. That way, you get an early stat advantage over everyone else. Some of the things that the compact star is good at is just item collection in general. You have a very good handling of the car itself, but just do keep in mind that during the later stages of the game, the compact star is very weak, and you will lose most PvP situations. The compact star does not benefit from collecting defense at all. Bulk star is just a really bad early game star, and it doesn't really do that well late game as well, unless you want to ram into people. Really why you choose the bulk star is if you get an air gliding stadium, and you can get to cheese other players with it. Here in this clip, you see that I spam the A button, and the bulk star just gets infinite gliding airtime. Of course, this is perfect for air glider, since you can go all the way to the end of the map, basically guaranteeing yourself a victory. The Hydra is a machine that needs to be charged in order for it to move. In this clip you see me crawling on the floor, but this can be done with any star. Just charge and hold forward. Just keep in mind that for the Hydra you only need to really charge until that last section of the charge meter. After that, the Hydra will move. You don't have to go all the way. One of the downsides for Hydra is that it is very easy to stunlock it, either with items, or just simply spinning into the Hydra. Turbo Star has this weird mechanic where if you turn too much, you basically lose all control of your steering. So, in order to prevent that, what you want to be doing is holding A as you turn. That way you keep your momentum and keep your speed. Later into the game, you do want to start tapping your A button a lot more frequently when you start turning. Getting the Swerve star early game is a blessing. You're going to be faster than every other player on the map, and your stat item collection rate is going to be way higher than everyone else. You do want to micromanage your A taps so that you are tapping your A button as you are turning. One of the best things Swerve Star is good at is drag races. If you spin at the wall, sort of at a 40-degree angle, you do get a major speed and boost, so use that to your advantage. Jetstar is a pretty good, well-rounded vehicle, with the exception of needing a little bit of turn. The biggest advantage that you can take on the Jetstar is abusing its ability to glide very fast after jumping off ledges. So here in these clips, you'll see me jump off a ledge, press A almost immediately right after I jump off, and then you're able to gain a huge movement speed around the map. Use that to your advantage. And this goes without saying, but Jetstar will always win high jump. It's one of the best vehicles to jump vertically upwards. Rocket Star is one of the slowest vehicles while it's on the ground early game. You have to charge in order for it to make it work. That being said, once you do collect enough charge, late game is a whole different story. Late game you become a beast that can ram into people and kill players left and right. The Shadow Star is the king of dueling. You're always able to get kills left and right on this machine. But on the flip side, you yourself are very weak. You kill people in one shot, but sometimes you get one shot yourself. The Slick Star has a gimmick where you have to press A in order for it to completely turn. Most of the gameplay with this kart is just micromanaging your A presses. The Dragoon is the best vehicle in the game to just glide in the air. Also, it's very fast, so you're able to win drag races and single races fairly easily. The Rex is honestly one of the top contenders in being the worst star in City Trial. The handling and the turning is just really bad on this car. However, when it comes to drag races, this might be the one that might win the game. You can take advantage of all the speed boosts that appear in Drag Race. The Wing Star is a pretty delicate star, so you don't want to PvP with it too much. Here in these clips, you'll see me gliding as much as I can so that I'm able to stay in the air and keep that high speed up. Wagon Star is not the very best at the beginning. It doesn't deal too much damage to boxes. You do need at least 9 miles per hour to do damage to the boxes. However, once you do gain enough boost and weight, the Wagon Star becomes a ramming boss. Along with its high health base stat, you are able to win destruction derbies pretty easily. The Wheelie Scooter is a little bit funky. You do have the ability to charge your charge tank very fast, and you are able to turn pretty well. Early game, it's a great stat collecting machine. However, late game, you start to slingshot off of boxes, and that'll make the handling a lot harder. So maybe I recommend switching on to another vehicle late game. The Wheelie Bike might be the worst machine on this list. It's a worse version of the scooter, and it's not even as fast as the Rex. Its handling is kind of funky, it's clunky. I would not recommend this car pretty much in any situation. Instead of focusing on the Wheelie Bike, I do just want to plug in one little detail about machines in City Trial, and that is that if you destroy a machine, then another one will appear somewhere else on the map. Formula Star is just unplayable early game. However, once you do get enough boost and turn, this machine will pay you back in the form of mental damage to other players. Imagine losing to this piece of junk. No, but seriously, you need to prevent your Formula Star from ever going to 0 miles per hour, otherwise you're a sitting duck. If you already have some speed, just lightly tap the A button to turn, and if you are at 0 miles per hour, you do want to fully charge your charge tank to full, then release A. The Warp Star is honestly the most balanced vehicle that there is in the game. It's honestly great for every stadium. Drag races, single races, destruction derbies, gliding, almost everything this Warp Star will excel in. There are 17 machines in total, so I hope you guys will enjoy each and every single machine and their unique mechanics, and I hope you guys win in the future. Check out the Discord link in the description below so that you can find other Kirby Air Ride players online. I'll see you next time.
Oh!
Hey!
Finally!
Nice work!
We did it.